We've all heard the hype. Cold showers invigorate your system and build resilience. Saunas detoxify and promote longevity. But what if one of these popular health practices is actually aging you faster? Welcome back to Wall of Health, where we dive deep into the science to uncover surprising truths about your wellness routines. Today, we're settling the debate between two of the most popular temperature therapies, cold showers and saunas. Before we reveal which one might be silently accelerating your aging process, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay ahead of the wellness curve. Both cold therapy and heat therapy have exploded in popularity over the past decade. Cold plunges and ice baths dominate social media, with celebrities and athletes submerging themselves in freezing water. Meanwhile, saunas have evolved from luxury spa amenities to must-have home wellness features, with infrared options becoming increasingly accessible. The question is, are we blindly following trends, or is there solid science behind these practices? Let's break down exactly what happens to your body during each exposure. When you step into that icy cascade of water, your body undergoes a dramatic physiological response. First, peripheral vasoconstriction occurs. Your blood vessels narrow as blood rushes to protect your vital organs. Your heart rate increases, and you experience that signature gasp reflex as your body releases stress hormones like norepinephrine. Proponents claim cold exposure can boost your immune function, increase metabolism and assist with weight loss, enhance mood and fight depression, improve recovery after exercise, increase alertness and focus. But what does the research actually show? A 2016 study published in PLOS One found that regular cold showerers took 29% fewer sick days than those who stuck to warm water. Research from the Thrombosis Research Institute suggests cold exposure can increase metabolism by up to 350%, activating brown fat, the kind that burns calories rather than storing them. But there's a critical factor most influencers don't mention: cold stress. On the other end of the temperature spectrum, saunas create a controlled form of heat stress. When you enter a sauna, your core temperature rises, your heart rate increases, and your blood vessels dilate, the opposite of cold exposure. This induces a state similar to mild cardiovascular exercise, what some researchers call passive exercise. Sauna enthusiasts claim benefits including improved cardiovascular health, enhanced detoxification through sweating, reduced muscle tension and pain, better skin health, stress reduction, and a longer lifespan. But are these claims backed by science? Perhaps the most compelling research comes from Finland, where sauna use is deeply ingrained in the culture. A landmark study following over 2,300 Finnish men for more than 20 years found that regular sauna users had significantly lower rates of sudden cardiac death, fatal coronary heart disease, fatal cardiovascular disease, and all-cause mortality. Those who used saunas 4 to 7 times per week had a 40% lower risk of premature death compared to those who used them just once weekly. To understand which practice might accelerate aging, we need to look at telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes. Think of telomeres as the plastic tips on shoelaces. As we age, these telomeres naturally shorten, and when they become too short, cells can no longer divide properly, contributing to the aging process. Research shows that chronic stress is one of the biggest factors in accelerated telomere shortening. This is where the controversy begins. While both heat and cold exposure create a form of stress on the body, not all stress is created equal. The key difference lies in how our bodies respond to each type of stress, and how that response affects our cellular aging process. Both practices work through a biological principle called hormesis, the beneficial effects of exposure to mild stressors. Hormesis triggers a compensatory response that strengthens your body's resilience systems. However, the hormetic stress response differs significantly between cold and heat exposure. Cold exposure triggers a strong immediate stress reaction with a rapid increase in cortisol and norepinephrine. This acute stress response can be beneficial in moderation but problematic when excessive. Sauna use induces a different kind of stress response, activating heat shock proteins, which help repair damaged proteins and protect against oxidative stress. Chronic inflammation is widely recognized as a driver of aging and age-related diseases. This is where a crucial distinction emerges. Cold exposure, particularly intense or prolonged cold, can actually increase inflammatory markers in some individuals. Research published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that extreme cold exposure increased production of pro-inflammatory cytokines. In contrast, regular sauna use has been shown to reduce systemic inflammation. A study in the Journal of Human Hypertension found that infrared sauna therapy decreased markers of inflammation such as C-reactive protein. Based on the current scientific evidence, extreme cold exposure, particularly when done incorrectly or excessively, appears more likely to accelerate certain aspects of aging compared to sauna use. The key factors that support this conclusion: cold exposure creates a more intense acute stress response with higher cortisol spikes. It has the potential to increase inflammatory markers when done improperly. It can cause oxidative stress when done to extremes, and it may impair immune function if overdone. This doesn't mean cold showers are bad. Brief cold exposure offers numerous benefits. The problem occurs with excessive exposure or improper techniques. The research suggests that moderate sauna use provides more consistent anti-aging benefits, but the ideal approach likely combines both practices strategically. For maximum longevity benefits, limit cold exposure to brief sessions like 1 to 3 minutes for cold showers. Ensure proper warm-up before cold immersion. Consider starting with contrast therapy by alternating hot and cold. Use saunas 2 to 4 times weekly for 15 to 30 minutes. Always rehydrate after both practices, and listen to your body and adjust accordingly. Remember that individual responses vary significantly based on your health status, age, and genetic factors. The controversy between cold showers and saunas highlights an important principle in health science. Hormesis requires balance. While brief cold exposure offers impressive health benefits, excessive cold stress appears more likely to accelerate cellular aging than moderate heat exposure from sauna use. The key takeaway isn't to abandon cold therapy but to approach it with knowledge and moderation. As with most health practices, the sweet spot lies somewhere in the middle, getting benefits without crossing into the zone of diminishing returns. If you found this information valuable, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. What's your experience with cold therapy or saunas? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more evidence-based health insights that challenge conventional wisdom. Until next time, this is Wall of Health, helping you separate fact from fiction on your wellness journey.